Mike, first of all, your restaurant wasn't damaged by the fire, but still, it took a lot of work to finally get it reopened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we were very fortunate, Ian, in the fact that we didn't have smoke or water damage. We didn't have any equipment damage that we're aware of. Primarily, it was a process of cleaning and then just getting organized with all the different companies that had to come in to clean the HVAC systems and the fire insurance companies that had to come in to do their work as well. And so, yes, it took us almost a month. And I would say we didn't really have any significant hurdles to overcome. So I definitely feel for my colleagues who some had lost their places entirely. So.
Yeah. And now that you're open, how is business now?
Well, I mean, we're certainly grateful to be open, and we've got, as many as 8 people working every night. That means there's employment for people, there's paychecks for people. It's a far cry from what we would have normally anticipated in September, but this isn't a normal September. So we're going to be grateful for what we've got and the fact that we can have guests in and keep the lights on. And that's what we can ask for right now.
Tyler, I know the message is Jasper is welcoming tourists, but your town still has a long way to go to really recover from this fire. Are you ready for visitors?
Yeah, I mean, as Mike was saying, his restaurant's open and there's lots of operators that are opening up. And when operators open up in our community, it means that our residents have employment and they have the ability to start recovery. Our social recovery is directly linked to our economic recovery in Jasper. So if we can have restaurants functional and hotels full and experience and retail providers seeing people through their stores, it means that our town can recover faster. So we are ready for people and we'd love to see them.
Now, I was thinking, Tyler, the visitors will be, I think, understandably curious about the fire damage in the town and in the forest. Will they see that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, wildfire is a natural process, and unfortunately, the wildfire this summer impacted our town directly. So there are some impacted forests right around the community, but I think that offers us a really interesting opportunity to actually learn about the ecology of forest fire and how quickly nature can come back. We're seeing green grass pop up on those impacted forest floors, and Parks Canada is working hard to open up some trails even in those impacted areas so that people can really get in and understand that this is part of nature. And the fall colors are in full effect in Jasper already, and it's a lovely place to be.
Mike, in a normal year, August and September, I think, would kind of power your business through the less busy times in the winter. So how are you going to manage this year?
Well, it's certainly put us in a different situation than we would normally anticipate going into. I'm hopeful that certainly our regional friends and neighbors will come to see the town and to see what has happened. The forest, this is a natural process, and I mean, this fire is large and visible from lots of vantage points and lots of places that people would be familiar with, going to Athabasca Falls and going out to the Fairmont at Jasper Park Lodge. You're directly in what was a raging wildfire. And that, I think, it's fascinating to see. It's certainly the unfortunate part that we lost so many structures, but from a natural ecosystem point of view, it's a fascinating look right now. And I'm hopeful that people will come to, like Tyler was saying, learn more about it and to just take it in for themselves. Because for a lot of our regional business, I mean, Jasper's their backyard. They have vested interest in being here and a love of this place. And I think now coming to see it, it will certainly have a positive impact on our economy, but I think it will also have a very moving experience for those guests that are familiar with Jasper.
So, Tyler, people from Edmonton, obviously, are used to driving to Jasper or near Jasper in wintertime for skiing, especially on the weekends. So I assume that's going to come back. But you have a national audience here now, people in BC and elsewhere in the country. What's your message to them as to what you're hoping they do, maybe even changing their plans for this winter when it comes to Jasper?
Well, that's just it. Jasper is well known and well loved by Albertans and Edmontonians, and Marmot Basin is scheduled to open mid-November. Consistently has one of the best snowpacks in the Canadian Rockies and uncrowded slopes. And I would suggest if Jasper and Marmot Basin and the Canadian Rockies was on your hit list to come do at some point, this winter would be the time to do it. Your visit will have a lasting impact on our community in the short term, and you'll be able to come and really support the immediate regeneration of our community.
Mike, let's kind of change topics a little bit, but obviously connected. You are one of the people from Jasper who lost your home in the fire. When do you think you'll rebuild?
Well, Cindy and I have started the process already. So we've got our application into Parks Canada. We have every intention to rebuild the house that we had and loved. And I have a really good timeline on what that's going to look like. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself, but we're fortunate that friends in town had an apartment building with a vacancy that we were able to move into. And our intention is to have that lease until we can move into our house. And so we're very hopeful that it'll be a timely build.
From the first time we spoke to you, when you had just been evacuated, to now, you have been, like many people from Jasper, the picture of resilience. And Mike and Tyler, I wish both of you really well.
Thanks for having us on, Ian.